Growing up, I never really liked school. It was a challenge for me, and I never really had the urge to do my homework, like many other students. I had no motivation to get good grades, but it bothered me when I would get low grades on my homework and tests. On top of that, I had this knack for judging people too quickly. When I came into 9th grade in Renaissance, I didn't know what to expect. 9th grade was an interesting year. I didn't want to be in Renaissance or in any high school, but I was loud in class, no clue what I was doing, and I couldn't find any motivation to do well in school. The classes that I have gotten used to in my last school were severely different from the classes that I was being introduced to. All the teachers in 9th grade found a way to motivate me. I loved being in a class where I was urged to speak. They would give me good advice, and I'd never had a teacher that would give me advice before. As 9th grade continued, I didn't have to worry about my homework, because I was genuinely having fun doing it and later going over it in class. They would urge me to do my best, and I tried. In 9th grade, I had a lot of lectures. I would get a lecture from all my teachers in 9th grade due to something I did. Miss Collins and Mr. Spencer were the ones who lectured me the most. I acted a certain way, which caused me to get all these lectures. I never really had a problem being sat down and being told how I should fix this stuff that I was doing. So, by far, this is the shortest summary I've given of 9th grade. That's been interesting. 9th grade has been a big learning experience for me, and I will never forget it. But in 10th grade, I found an everlasting passion to do well in school. In 10th grade, I knew that I wanted to do well in school, but I didn't think I would like any subjects being taught. I had to take chemistry and was worried that I wouldn't do well in the class. On the first week of classes, I thought the chemistry teacher was a little weird and a bit boring. However, every class I went to, I started to enjoy the class even more. Dr. T's passion for chemistry made the classes fun. He even allowed Max's idea of making a smoke bomb. Some classes were more interesting, while others were a bit boring. But one thing I realized is that you have to participate in the class for it to become a little bit more interesting. I didn't expect Dr. T to leave an everlasting impression on me in school. Even though at first I thought he was weird, he turned out to influence me the most because of how passionate he was about his class. 11th grade was a fun year. Hanging out with my friends and being able to drive was by far the best aspect of 11th grade, not the homework. I remember going out on the night of formal, driving with Max, Ian, Paulo, Trevor, and being loud and driving. We decided to crash formal. We parked the F-150, walked up to the bay window, knocked on it profusely, and waved hi to everyone inside while they're eating dinner. We all had a good laugh. Not having to worry about school is nice, but there does come a time where you have to sit down and do your homework. Oh crap, out of order. 12th grade has been an interesting year so far. College applications are a pain. Having to sit down hours on end is boring. By now, high school's gone pretty easy for me, but I still get lectures, and I'm still finding new passions. I'm loving all my adventures with my friends, especially California City. I'm excited for the future, and I hope everyone will do well. And I can't wait for Mammoth. That will be a blast. Yeah, well. So, shout outs. Mom, Dad, I love you both very much. Even though I'm annoying, you guys put up with me. And when I go off to college, you guys will have no one to clean the house, so I'm sorry about that. James, howdy. Every time I go rock climbing with you, my hands get torn up. Appreciate that. Joe, I'm not sure if you're here, but I will cook you some eggs someday, like I promised you in 10th grade. Ian, you're an interesting specimen, and all the adventures we have had with Max have been very, very fun. Trevor, I'm not sure if you're even here. Cross country was fun, and I will remember every conversation we have had. And Paulo, hi. And Max, I'm glad we were friends for the last 4 years. It has been a fun time. And the one thing I've learned the most is skateboarding and trying to catch a pumpkin is a horrible idea. Yeah.